What's up guys, it's Coach Matt with our Wednesday workout. We got 2 strength components and then a shorter quality AMRAP when we are done with them. So let's begin with the warm-up. 1 bout of 3 minutes of your choice warm-up pace cardio, and we'll get 2 rounds through a little complex. This should be relatively short so we can get to our strength stuff, but start off with our band monster walk. So when we do this, we put the mini band flush on the bottom of the kneecaps. Make sure it's not above the knees, and then we're practicing walking forward, walking backward, and side to side, with the key words on this being universal athletic position. So I want my feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart, pushing my knees out against the tension of the band and trying to keep my feet totally parallel when I do this. So make sure that I'm not like rotating at the hips, but I'm making my legs step every single step that I do. You should feel a good, pleasant warm-up burning sensation in the glutes, hips, and quads when you do that. When you finish with that, we're gonna do some plank band star exercise. So I'll have my hands through the band like so, about shoulder width apart, and then I'm gonna get into my plank position and I'm gonna make a star pattern. So right hand goes forward, backward, out. Left hand goes forward, backward, out. And then I'm back to where I started. So that is 1 rep of the plank band star. The last one is a reverse lunge to rotation to touch my heel, and then back up for a leg swing. Okay, so just a little dynamic complex there. Other leg, reverse lunge, twist towards the knee that's forward, touch that heel, up in 1 motion, toe touch. Snap through those warm-up exercises and then get some warm-ups on the bench press. So this is our heavy, big lift for the day. We should be going up to close to a 1 rep max, but I always say, like, feel that out. You determine if today is the day for that or not. If you get close, all we really want is 1 heavy maximal rep at the very end, and we're accumulating some volume on some of the lighter ones as we go through the set. There is no superset, but we should be resting, especially on the last couple sets, even more. When we're finished with our bench press, we're gonna move the pegs up to our back squat position, okay? So now we push the bench underneath, and now I've got the bar in my back squat position, and now we're going to do our volume squatting. And this should be very challenging, but it should not take very long. It's going to be 3 sets of 15 in that middle weight range where I have 55 to 65%. So guidelines on that is if your 1 rep max is over about, say, 300 pounds in that range, I want you sliding to the lower end of the percentage spectrum, right? And if your 1 rep max is in the, like, underneath that, like say 115 up to about 250, then you can be up at the higher end of that percentage range. So in other words, the newer you are, the less total weight you can lift, the higher of a percentage you can lift of that 1 rep max, because you just haven't developed that, like, top end strength, okay? So if your 1 rep max is 475, I don't want you doing, 315 pounds for 3 sets of 15. That would be a really big ask for you, all right? So just recognize that percentages are different for different people. 3 sets of 15, 90 seconds rest exactly in between each set, and you should not be ready to get underneath the bar for the subsequent sets. This should remind you of what kamikaze squats feel like, only it's 4 sets of 15 instead of just as many reps as you can do. All right, and when you finish that, then we'll have the final 10 minutes, and again, that squat set should not take 10 minutes, right? Because it's only 3 sets of 15 with 90 seconds rest in between. If you're moving quickly through it, that should be like 6 to 7 minutes, but it should be a very unpleasant 6 to 7 minutes, all right? When we get done, we have some rowing and some isometric work. So the Pendlay row is our barbell exercise. And this one, I don't have a weight listed on it, but I want it to be approximately 2 reps in reserve. So like if you can do, if you're doing a set of 6, I want you to feel like, oh, I could have done a couple more, and that's fine, right? Because that will help to preserve good technique. But the Pendlay row starts from the bottom of the deadlift position, so that means the wheels or the bar is touching the ground, or the plates are touching the ground, or the bar is halfway between my ankle and my knee, right? And I wanna make sure my body stays there, and I would be touching the ground with the weights every time I row, and I extend my arms. If you have the small weights or just an empty bar, obviously don't touch the ground in that situation. Only when you have the full-size weights on the bar, then you touch the ground, everyone. All right, next you're gonna do your 2 10-second eccentric push-ups. Whatever your normal push-up scaling is will be fine for this. Make these difficult, but it is going very, very slowly, almost imperceptibly slow, 10 seconds until chin, chest, and thighs all touch the ground together, and then you can push up normal and do it again, right? This one, make sure that you are not changing your speed as you go down. It can be very easy to go fast in the beginning and then kind of hover at the end. Try to keep your speed constant all the way down. All right, next one, we're gonna two exercises from the rings. Scap rows is the first one. So this will be our arms extended, and all we're doing is shrugging my shoulders back like I'm trying to touch my shoulder blades together. Very small, subtle range of motion here, and make sure that I don't pull it all with my biceps. When I finish that one, we're doing a single 15-second isometric hold at the bottom of the dip position. So again, on my rings, if you need to use a Matador for this, for shoulder stability or pain reasons, that is fine. But I would like for everyone to at least try the rings, because what I can do is get in my ring dip position and I can still have my tippy toes touching the ground. So I can create a lot of resistance like this by just trying to barely pull my toes off the ground, or have them still contacting a little bit, where I can stay in that good position but not apply the full weight of my body to that movement, okay? And that is it for today. 10-minute quality AMRAP, not going for maximum rounds and reps, but trying for maximum precision, best technical accuracy on all of those different movements. Have a great one. I'll see you guys on Thursday.